channel. It's your girl Fiery Moon, and I'm here to do the mid-month check-in. This one is going to be for the water sign collective of Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces for the month of August 2021. As always, you guys know, just take what resonates and leave the rest. And know that time as well as energy is fluid. And also vice versa or interchangeable. So again, just take what resonates and leave the rest. And with this reading, I'm just going to be pulling off all of the tops of the decks. I will not be taking jumping cards, as I was, guided to, do these a little bit different. So we're going to jump right in and see what messages need to come through for the water sign collective. Capricorn, or look, Capricorn, what is up with this earth energy? But there is a lot of Virgo energy, but you guys may want to watch the earth sign reading too, because we do have Mercury and Mars in Virgo right now. We have Uranus and Taurus, which is set to go retrograde. So you guys could be a water sign within your chart. So you may want to check it out. You don't have to, but you may want to check it out. But we're going to see what messages need to come through for the water sign collective of Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. What messages of guidance, healing, truth, love, wisdom, acceptance, and understanding need to come through for the collective. Okay, I'm going to do one more. So we have the never-ending story. Bottom of the deck, we have mending. So what I'm automatically feeling is like whether, this energy is you or someone you may be connected to, or just in regards to the energy surrounding you on this month, the never-ending story gives me an energy of, cycles, the repetition or repeating of cycles. I am also getting like the energy of, like time, whether you feel like you're running out of time, you're not sure on how to act, or when to act rather. And also like it's just giving me an energy of honestly like, wasted time. And this could be in regards to, with the mending card, putting something back together, whether it's, someone wanting to come together with you, or like I feel like, especially not just because it says mending, but I feel like, wanting to fix something with someone, or it could be, person, place, or thing, and just not, being sure of how to go about it. It's almost like this is giving me an energy of like what do I do? Some of you do feel like you're running out of time to fix a connection you have with someone, whether it's romantic, friendship, family, or they're feeling this way about you and they don't know what to do. Because it says, like it's like almost you keep going back and forth in your head. That little clock at the inside, or the little heart inside of the hourglass, it just says yes, no, yes, no. But also some of you guys, I feel like you could be, waiting as well. and just not, you know, taking any action either. But this mending energy is like, you know, it gives me the energy of how can I put it, like it's almost like there's a strong connection that may have been, you know, I almost feel like put on pause. And, you know, either you're wondering how to bring it back together or they are. But I feel like whoever is wanting to almost like break, I feel like it's like breaking of a stalemate almost. They're really in their mental space about it. I'm almost feeling like the Nine of Swords. What messages do we need in regards to this energy as it pertains to the water sign collective of Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces? For the month of August, well, the mid-month energy. What messages do we need? For the water sign collective. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Let me do one more. So overall energy is this Three of Swords, this grief and sorrow blend. So, and it automatically drew me right to this, you know, never-ending story card. Because for some of you, the cycle, you know, that you're in right now is, you know, due to certain patterns that you may have had that always leaves, you know, you in, you know, feeling this Three of Swords, this pain, this heartbreak, this loss, and it says grief and sorrow. And for some of you, it could be like you turn your back on connections that, you know, where you have a strong bond. But it could have been something that, you know, you learned in the past. And, you know, for some of you, it's like you need to learn how to, you know, go where would come to the edge and no place like home. Go where you feel, you know, safe, or, you know, go towards people that, you know, kind of like the only way that I can put it are your people. Like, you don't have to question. As you see, she's sitting on the spool of thread, but they're both working on it together. And it's like it's almost like this may be a lesson for some of you in how partnerships work, and that's going to help you break this cycle of repeating patterns and, you know, not getting anything from it but this Three of Swords energy. And for some of you, you know, it could be because you know, you always run back to, you know, comfortability for some of you, but it's like you run from, you know, things that are like near and dear and, you know, almost strike something within your heart as well. And it's like, if this is especially a person, it's like you want to, you know, come out of this Three of Swords never ending story in these cycles and go back to, you know, someone, or it's not even go back to, but just go to someone that gives you this energy, this no place like home. This it's truly like Cancer energy. That nurturing, that caring, it's that care energy. But what we have out is the Eight of Cups with the Eight of Wands, and then the Magician. So for some of you, you could have walked away from this person. They could have walked away from you. Excuse me, take it how it resonates. But it's because, well, I'm not going to say because, but it's like, especially with this Eight of Cups, it's almost giving me the energy of you have to learn how to let these past cycles truly close out, because the 8 always leads to the 10, and then you come back around to the Ace. And it is also, you know, you embarking and leaving all of the things of the past behind, and, you know, setting off on a new journey towards your personal happiness and fulfillment. And for some of you, it's like the only way to push you forward out of this Three of Swords energy, so that you can manifest and create what you want. So like you can become the master of your own life, and you're not almost like, I feel like you feel bound by, you know, certain, you know, for some of you it's like certain relationships or things that you've had in the past, but as you see, like, you're tired of it, you turned your back on it, you don't want it anymore. Some of you feel like you may have wasted too much time in it, but you don't know what to do, because for some of you, maybe, you know, that's all you've known. But it could also be the vice versa, like I said, where you turn your back on connections that are meaningful and are, you know, balanced, and, you know, it's not, it's almost like an even give and take. Like, you cook and I'll wash the dishes, or you buy the tickets for the movie and I'll buy the snacks. Or if we're going on a trip, like, all right, you're the driver, I got the gas. Like, it's that type of energy that I'm feeling. And some of you, you know, you turned your back on that because maybe you didn't know how to, you know, deal with that reciprocating energy, because that's what I feel. Some of you were given a lot of yourselves, and it's like you know, you're almost running on empty. But it had you feeling like this Three of Swords. So let's clarify the Eight of Cups, the Eight of Wands, the Magician, and the Three of Swords. So we have the Empress clarifying this Eight of Cups, which I'm actually going to just get another clarifier just to see. Well, that really didn't help. But for some of you, I feel like whatever past cycles you're needing to leave behind is so that you can, you know, go towards this energy of the Empress and the Queen of Cups, which for some of you, it could be a person that is in this energy. We all know, like, the Empress is, you know, she's looked at as a mother energy. She's looked at as someone who is very, you know, practical, stable, you know, nurturing, compassionate. But coupled with this Queen of Wands, it's like she knows the value of what's in her cup. Now, for some of you, this could be you know, leaving behind a pattern of feminine energy that, you know, presented themselves as an Empress energy, but as the Queen of Cups, they could have been someone who was overly emotional, because the Queen of Cups has that energy to her as well, where she could be overly emotional. So, you know, seeing it from both perspectives, you know, it's you know, if this is someone that you're leaving behind and not going towards, it's because they were that overly, you know, emotional energy. And it's something that, you know, it's I get the energy of, you know, distasteful. Is with this, you know, Four of Cups. But it's all because of, like, you were focused, you know, in the traditional Four of Cups, you're focused on the Three of Cups. And you're not seeing things that may be being offered to you, because all you're used to, you know, seeing is, well, this is how, you know, people act, or, you know, having that mentality. So it's like you're you know, you're leaving it behind. Some of you are believing, you know, leaving people behind because it's like you, whether you're male or female, you've attracted, you know, partners or people that almost was like, I don't even want to say a reflection, but it was like you attracted people that you wanted to seek that mother energy from, because maybe you lacked a mother, or, you know, just that feminine energy, or this could be traits that you've learned from a feminine energy and you no longer want to be in that space. It's not conducive to, you know, what you want. And for some of you, it could have cost you you know, a very spiritual connection, because on the mending card there is, you know, it's a 52, which is a 7, which is a, you know, a spiritual number. And especially with this mending, you know, the Lover's card is very, you know, it's a balanced energy. It's looked at as like a spiritual, you know, connection, but it's also, you know, that masculine and feminine, that recognition, that joining of two. And for some of you, you know, this past pattern that you may need to, you know, leave behind cost you this. And now it's like you're, you know, you may be repeating like cycles of, you know, or partners that people, or that you're like, the relationship that like your parents had. That's the only way I can say it. Or you're attracting partners that are like, you know, what you lacked from a parent. Like you're using that as, you know, as a way to get that energy. But it was causing you, especially with the Eight of Wands, with it being, you know, with you trying to move forward, it was like kind of like with the Devil energy, you felt stuck. It was creating, you know, its own block for you. Like you were creating your own block through this conditioning that you've had of the past. But you're wanting to move past it. For some of you, this could be like the breaking of, you know, a karmic cycle for you with the Devil here. And it's like, for some of you, you're afraid with the Nine of Wands and the Magician of your own power, for one, but like, it's like you're afraid to step away from this. So it's like you've almost become complacent in this, you know, Devil energy, which is just, it's like a cycle, a karmic cycle, a cycle of toxicity, as a way to like, you know, shield yourself, but you're staying stagnant in that energy. But it's, you know, it's stressing you out. You just keep repeating the same thing over and over. No matter how many different partners you go with, it always like leads to the same thing. But for some of you, it cost you this relationship with someone that, you know, like it was, the only word I can think of was reciprocal with. And for some of you, you're trying to like almost manifest this connection back, because you're seeing, you know, them as this Empress and the Queen of Cups, and you're ready to, you know, leave the past behind, because it's no longer, you know, serving you. It's something that, you know, you've become discontent and bored in. I'll get one for this Devil. Yeah. And see, we got the Seven of Cups with the Devil here for this moving, for this Eight of Wands, which is, you know, it's moving. This was the block. It was, you know, a karmic connection that could have been based on illusions, or, you know, it's giving me an energy of, you know, lacking you know, just the ability to have that emotional clarity. So, you know, you didn't know what you know, how to see it any other way. You could have been someone who always felt like this is how connections are, you know, supposed to be, and that's not true. So it has you, you know, with your guard up in regards to actually wanting or, you know, manifesting what you want. And then with the Four of Swords coming out as well, it's like you're tired and you just want peace, but you also want to like create your like, it's almost like you have to stop worrying with this energy, because the Nine of, you know, stop being so weary of things that, you know, could potentially be good for you, because it's almost causing you, you know, not to be able to create what you want. Your worry is blocking you from, you know, using your own magic. And it's, you know, for some of you, especially with this Queen of Pentacles coming out with the Three of Swords and the Six of or the Lovers, it could have been because like there was a connection where, you know, that because this is another person, this is another queen, so it could have been a connection that, you know, it's like, what do they say, it's like you get your heart broken one time and you never want to love again. That's the energy that I'm feeling. So you put up this guard, and it's almost like you just sleep, you know, you sleep on yourself and or other people, because it's like you don't, you know, nobody wants to be hurt again, but everybody is not like the last person that you left. So you have to break this cycle. You have to, I just feel like a continuous loop of, you know, attracting partners based on, you know, they call it mother wounding, but it could just be, you know, wounding from a feminine, you know, energy. It doesn't have to be a mother, but whoever you had as that example in your life, like kind of, you know, gave you this perception of what love was supposed to be, in a way. But it's costing you like true connections. And it's like you had, for some of you, it's like you had one connection with someone and it didn't end well. So it caused you to, you know, to block your own power. Wow. Water signs, y'all be doing too much. Let it be like that, because people don't understand like water signs. I'm just gonna get the guidance or advice for you all, but water is a tough element because it holds on to a lot of things. It holds memory, but it also has, you know, the power to create, you know, new things and new ways. But it, you know, it can also bog you down, you know, but it can also lift you up as well. Like water energy is a very tricky element. So trust me, I understand. So let's get the guidance or advice for y'all. Because this, like, it's I really feel like someone out there is feeling like this girl on this card, because like literally right now I have a headache and I didn't have one, and it's just like somebody is like really, you know, I just feel like done and depleted. But it's a pattern that needs to be broken. Alright, so let's see. And also, like I'm also seeing here with this Three of Swords, the Lovers, and the Generosity, if you're, or, and the Queen of Pentacles, forgive me because I was reading the card. But it's almost like if this pattern caused you to lose like a very, spiritual or meaningful connection, it's almost like you're realizing that they were, almost this, they had the qualities of, what you were seeking in a partner. But it's like for some of you, you always attracted someone that looked the part but couldn't play the part, because especially if you're leaving someone behind, or if you're currently in a situation that you want to leave behind, they were, it was overly, like it's almost like the Queen of Cups could be like sometimes overly dramatic, overly, manipulative emotionally. But they put on a good front, showing up as this empress, like, they were stable and they cared. But really, it's like they weren't that, because if that was the case, we wouldn't have the Four of Cups with the Eight of Cups, because from the 4 to the 8 is another 4. So if you're in a relationship with this person, it's something that you're clearly like not happy in. But if you're going towards, someone, or someone is coming towards you, it's because you're, like I said, it's that reciprocation that you're looking for, that support, that, and this is, the Queen of Pentacles, supporter of, and what does it say? Supporter of generosity and security. This is what you're looking for. This is what you've seen in this connection that you possibly could have lost. But you're coming back. So let me get the guidance or advice. Guidance or advice for the water sign collective of Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. One more. And look, we have the Star, good fortune, which is breaks down to a 9, it's a 36, but it just feels like, it is the Star, but I am also getting like, that Wheel of Fortune energy off of this as well. And for some of you, it's, it's this, whatever process this is that you're leaving behind, whether it's a person, place, or thing, it's causing, it's bringing on, a type of healing energy. You just have to have the hope and faith, number one, but it's also like, it's time for, the wheel to turn in your favor. It's time for you to stop recreating cycles based on, past patterns. And this is the last card in the deck too. So it says the Star, good fortune and universal blessings. Work and love bring truth. Yes, 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 your creative destiny will be supported by the universal energy. Yes, ask and you shall receive. Yes, by your command you will vibrate the cosmos. Let's be clear though, the small self will like the idea that the universe has got your back. The true self and your wise heart know, though, that the cosmos doesn't care if you rise through your own self-imposed blocks and fears. The cosmos is not created to comfort you, to hide you, or to crown you. You've got to do the work. Focus, pull through, deliver on demand, and re-deliver. Be real, willing to continually learn and stretch yourself to self-realize. Until you are in command of your mind with an open heart and serving others, you won't feel fulfilled. There's no lazy way around victory in the Aquarian age. Your heart must stay open, and you've got to give with your heart. You must let it rule your mind. Yes, you can crown yourself as you are already sovereign. Yes, you are invaluable. Yes, you are the star in your creative destiny. And like I said, for a lot of you, you're sleeping on your own power, your own magic. You're feeling like you can't, like this is just what life is supposed to be, and it's not. Like, what you want, you can have it. You just have to, it does require you to do the work. Like a magician can't just, sit there and talk to you. He's working, he's using the tools. He's not just, someone standing on the stage, telling you, oh, this is the magic trick, or this is no, he's showing you. He's, using his elements, using the tools of, what he has. So, water signs, this was your mid-monthly. Definitely hope it resonated for some of you. As always, I thank you for tuning in with me and sending love and light out to you all. And I will see you guys on the next one. All right, later.